Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. I'm so excited because I told y'all I was going to start my YouTube channel. This is so new for me, okay? So if I'm just rambling on here, please stick with me, y'all, because this is new, this is fresh, but I decided to be sure that I get on here and just talk to you guys. I'm excited about my YouTube channel because I watch YouTube all the time, and I notice that as I'm watching YouTube, I'm influenced by the people I love to listen to. But then, most importantly, in real life, I'm always talking to people, sharing things with people, and I'm like, you know what? Some of these things could be added here on my platform. So here I am. I'm stepping out using my voice, and I'm deciding to do the thing that I've never had the courage to do. And so many of you who know me, you probably like, wow, you don't have the courage to do this? No, this is something different for me. So I'm stepping outside of my comfort zone. But today, this particular message is all about me learning how to trust God's timing. I'm just going to share with some things I'm learning in this season, and I hope that it can be a blessing to you as it is blessing me, and that we can just do this together because I don't have all the answers, but I'm learning to trust the process through my answers that God is giving me. Okay. All right, so first and foremost, let's talk about my background. I'm currently in my favorite spot in Jacksonville, Florida, under the bridge. It's my favorite place to be. For those of you who've never been to Jacksonville, there is an area called Ram Market. RAM. It is the Riverside Arts Market, and it's usually under the bridge in the Riverside area. So if you hear someone say Ram in Jacksonville, that's what they're talking about. Now this is located in that area, but otherwise it's a great space. If you can see, it's the St. John's River right beside behind me. I love to find me a spot along this river and just do my thing, rather if it's recording, if it's taking a nap, if it's just out meditating, reading, writing, whatever it is. Okay, so pretty much today I wanted to do a video outside because I'm always in the house. So I wanted to come outside and just be able to give you guys a little insight about my video today. Okay, let's jump into it. I'm not going to talk y'all head off today, but I want to tell you guys what God has taught me in my waiting season. So I am waiting on a lot of things in life, but particularly in this season, I have extended a part of my single season. Like, I was currently in a relationship with someone, and the crazy thing about it was it just separated. It wasn't like a bad thing. It wasn't a something happened type of thing. It was just God allowed us to take this time of separation. And the thing about it is, he's a really good friend. And there's nothing bad I can say about him. He's not perfect, but there are also nothing horrible. You know how we're used to singing. You know, so many things have happened. So I'm in this season of waiting unexpectedly. It have come and I don't know what to do. And so in this season of waiting, what I'm learning to discover in a time of waiting is that we should not get so attached to the destination. Like sometimes in the waiting season, we are just so focused on getting to the destination of the other side of the wait, and we are not focused on becoming and being married to the process of who we get to become in that process. Y'all, that's so good because I'm like in this space where I'm currently trying to. So that's the thing about downtown. If you're gonna be down here, you just never know who's gonna be in your background. But the thing about it is, if you're going to be waiting, focus on the becoming in your wait. That have helped me not sit and count the days and the time of how long it's going to take for me to wait. But I gotta be honest with y'all, every day is not easy. Some days is literally looking to the Lord for more strength so that I can actually be able to keep going in this wait. Just waiting to be married, finding joy in the wait has been the part that has just been where I decided to literally trust God in His timing and His process. And so when we get to trusting God in His timing, one thing we must remember is that God is the author of time, and the way He sees time is not the way we see time. So the biggest thing is not to look at the time, the schedule, or any other in the calendar. Don't look at those things, but actually focus on becoming. Focus on who God is processing and creating and developing you to be in the way. That's where I'm at right now, y'all. I am in that season right now, and I gotta tell you, it's a journey. So I want to tell you guys how I've been focusing on waiting. One thing I've recognized in my waiting season is that while you're waiting, trust God and don't force things. Do not force things to happen in your time. Do not force things to happen. Do not manipulate the process or manipulate, you know, how things should be done or could work out because you don't want to wait. Like literally, if God say it's not the timing, it is simply because He know what more He have created and produced in you. And He know what more He created and produced in you. And so you must trust Him with that. Remember that He is your creator. That's what I'm reckoning. Like God is my creator. He's created me. He know the plans that He has for me. He know the route that He's taking me on. He knows all of these things. And this is why I can rest in Him and trust Him in that process because God knows exactly what He's doing. I think too, understanding who God is help with the timing of the waits. So because God has me waiting and I know He is my creator, I know that He is the God that is Alpha and Omega, meaning He knows the beginning and the end of something. And because I understand who He is, it is helping me in the wait. And so, if God makes no mistakes with creating us, He makes no mistakes with with anything. Why can't we trust Him while we're waiting? So that is what I'm recognizing. So a few things that I have been doing in this season of waiting is I have started to build myself. I've started to build myself, and that comes to my health, that comes to my finances, that comes to my mindset, that comes to who I am actually becoming. Like putting myself in places that's going to challenge me, like me literally getting in a space where I am uncomfortable. This is the great space to build yourself. I'm also too growing and learning more of God's word. What is His word saying? What do He want to instill in my heart? Even in this way, I am finding myself going in with healing, meaning there's some fasting and praying that has to be done because there's some parts in me that needs to be healed. That's not done healing. No matter how much we think we're ready for marriage, you won't you won't be ready for marriage until you get content with being single. Because that is a development of wholeness. That is a development of being in a place of you and God, because you're gonna need that. You're gonna need that same development. You're gonna need that same faith when you get married. That person is not gonna be able to fill that void if you never get it filled with the presence of the Lord. And so I recognize that, okay, there's some parts of me that needs to be healed. There's some parts of me that needs to break off from my past. There are some habits that I have to break, that I have to let go of, that I have to be free from. Because even being connected to someone that you may think is the love of your life is never going to change that. Actually, I'm learning, like, you can get married and those things can even, they were even you can get married, and then when you get married, those things can actually grow even more because you've actually, there, it's a stronghold. So it's like, if you notice that there's some things about yourself that you need to change while you're single, do not wait until you get married to change them because you're tired of going through the process. No, I think it is so important that we be sure that we become the best version of ourselves for the person that God is calling us to be. This will save so much pain from when you get in a relationship. This will actually make things so much better for y'all if two people come to a place where they like, okay, let me be sure that the things that I know is wrong with me, I'm currently working on them so that it's not a hindrance or a problem from someone else. Okay? So, another thing I've been doing in this season is forgiving. I have asked God, is there anyone in my life that I need to forgive? Is there anyone in my life that's not a part of my life that I need to reconcile with? That is a part of my future. And honestly, y'all, one of them has been my father. I have had some daddy issues from the time of birth. And crazy thing is, there have been seasons where me and my father have reconciled, and there were some seasons where we had some great relationship, some great time together. But then there was some seasons where I was just like, you know what, forget about it. You know, you get tired of going through the cycle of being hurt and all of these things, and so sometimes you feel like you're better off without, right? But lately, God have just been putting it on my heart a deep conviction about healing and forgiving and reconciling. Like, we can talk about how we forgive people all the time, but we don't have to reconcile with them. But I recognize some forgiveness do require reconciliation, where you can actually see the presence of God on that reconciled relationship. And so it does not mean that me reconciling with my father means that I have to do a whole lot of things. But it does mean that I can initiate a conversation of healing, of forgiveness, and open up that door and allow God to heal the other person on the other side. Sometimes you may not even get a response back from the person that you saying that you forgive, and it's okay. If that person does not choose to forgive on their end, that is on them, not you. But sometimes it is up to you to make sure that you do your part to make sure that you've actually forgiven those who you've been holding on to. Because freedom, this salvation is yours. It's yours, and you must do the work that is needed and required to make sure that you are living an authentic, true, pure relationship with Christ. And that's what I want to be. Like, I don't want my witness to be contaminated because I'm picking and choosing which part of the gospel I want to follow. I can't do some of this things in the word without God. Like, some things you just literally can't do. Some things you're going to need help from to be able to do to complete the word out. That's why the Holy Spirit is present with us. Okay. Now, also, I'm super excited about this part of the becoming of who I am becoming is me working out, y'all. My health journey. Like, I feel so good. I work out at least 2 times a day. And usually it is strength training in the evening and it is a 30-minute walk in the morning. And I'm doing this every day, 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes in the evening. And just creating a rhythm of just being consistent. My diet has changed completely. I am literally in a space right now where I cook at home. I try not to eat out unless I'm going to meet with friends, and if I'm going to meet with my friends, then or if I'm going to connect with some business partners or stuff like that, then that's when I will literally be sure to. That's when I literally be sure to like make sure that I am. If I go with big business partners, then that's when I make sure I sit and eat. But for the most part, I just wanted to make sure that I'm in a space where I can think clearly, I'm not sluggish, I'm not tired, and that this extra weight that I'm carrying, all weight has to drop in this season, all dead weight, all weight that's not a part of where I'm going has to go. And if that is physical weight or if that is mental weight, financial weight, everything, it has to be broken off. I believe that this is the year of restoration where God is restoring not just part of my life, He's restoring my entire life, and He is going to get the glory out of it all. God is going to get the glory out of it all. And I am so grateful for what he is doing. I remember this time last year, I was sitting right here under the bridge, and you guys, I was sleeping in my car. If you have not seen that video, please go back on my page and go watch that video. I share my testimony on how I was homeless for 3 months, sleeping in my car, and God brought me out of that situation in a way that only He can see fit. And so I literally was like, okay, let me be sure that I am intentional in this season with making sure that I just journey the process. I want you guys to go with me. And then like it's going to rain. So if I leave this area, it's definitely because look like some rain is getting ready to come down. But okay, so another thing that I want to mention is how I want to learn something new in this season. I need to pick up a new skill. What can I do, y'all? I need a new hobby, skill, or something. I need to learn something new. I don't know what I want to learn new, but something new is what I want to do. So I want to make sure that I'm exploring Jack's. You have some ideas of something new that I can do, a hobby or something? I want you to drop it in the comments and let me know what I can do. But that's on my list right now. On this season of preparation, I want to learn something new. And another thing that I think is important to share is I'm also preparing in this season of wait to lead well. Like there's some things in my life right now that I've been stuck at, and I want to make sure that I lead well. And to make sure that I lead well is to make sure that I'm leading myself well, that I'm becoming disciplined in the things that I know I'm supposed to do for my own self, and that is what's going to help me be able to do better for others. So, I'm also preparing to build a stronger business. Like my business needs to become stronger. There's some things I must fix with my business that I need to be sure that I get done, and I am focusing on the ins and out of that to make sure that I do the necessary work to make sure I'm building a bigger and better foundation for my business. Okay. And let's not talk about how this season of preparation has everything to do also with finances. Making sure that I am preparing my finances. Like, this season has been all about doing less, spending less while doing more. It's not about me buying all of the things. I'm only doing investments on things that I need, but sometimes we can overspend and have too many expenses and not be investing well. So this season, I'm evaluating and making double decisions. I'm learning to take double decisions. Like, I'm not making no decision in the midst of emotion. Like, that has been a weakness of mine in the past. But making a decision with a sound mind, meaning it's okay to process decisions before you make it. You do not have to make instant and quick decisions all the time. Some things can be prayed about, can be fast about, can you can literally process and think about. Do not make quick decisions all the time. Be sure that you are prudent, that you are thinking ahead in the future. All of these things is what's going to help you be able to prepare for what's ahead. And that's where I'm at right now. I just want to think about what's ahead for me and my future and making sure that I am indeed putting the necessary things in place. All right, I'm getting ready to wrap this video up because y'all, I've been ranting for a little minute and I did not come here to talk y'all head off. All right, last but not least, I have been I just really believe preparation has to do with you also acting in faith. Like, this season has everything to do with me elevating my faith and believing for more, like getting in position in my prayer life, getting in position, making sure that I'm living out. I'm standing in the answer prayer right now. So making sure that I'm resetting more prayers for next year. Like, if God did all of this that He's done this year, okay, next year, what is He going to do even then? Making sure that I am intentionally applying those things so that I can see the result of what I'm asking and what I'm in need of. So this is my season of preparation. I just gave you guys a couple of things that I'm doing in this season of waiting and preparing, and I just want to prepare well and focus on the becoming, and not more so of the destination. But think about the process and process it every single day, making sure that I'm becoming disciplined and whole in all of my situations. But that is what matters the most. All right, y'all. I am so excited for this season because I don't know who I'm becoming, but who I am becoming is a woman of purpose. I am a woman of purpose. I am a woman of faith. I am a woman that's whole. I am a woman of God. And I am a woman that is loved, who's ready to make an impact, not just in my own life, but in my community as well as in this nation. God have called me to be a disciple, and I am excited to be able to disciple and connect with those in my community as well as those who I will meet as I travel the world. So thank you guys so much for watching my channel. I'm so excited. I did my first long video, just me talking in front of the camera. Oh my gosh, look at me. Okay, y'all. I see you guys the next time, and let me know if there's something that you want me to talk about. But in the meantime, between time, I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Bye.